Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So Noah Kagan posted this video titled, Asking 80-Year-Old Millionaires If It Was Worth It. And I thought this would be a fantastic video to watch to see if it was worth it. So with that said, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and now with that said, let's begin.
Have you ever wondered if all the sacrifices and hard work that are needed to become rich are even worth it?
Yes, it is worth it. I'll tell you right now, at 32, it's worth it. 80, probably still worth it, I'd imagine.
How did you make your money?
I'm in the furniture business. We sell mattresses, American-made furniture. Been at it for 40 years, still at it.
Oh man, what was that? Remember the sit and sleep guy? Does anybody still remember that? I'll beat anyone's prices or your mattress is free.
Sit and sleep will beat anyone's advertised price or your mattress is free.
That guy, he was like a local celebrity when I was growing up. Is like, you see his commercials, you ever see him in person? Oh man, sit and sleep.
I was a co-founder of Electronic Arts, the video game company.
Wow, co-founder of EA. EA Sports, to the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Like all of these are just like my childhood here.
Thing I invented, it's called Ethernet. I invented it at Xerox Research in Palo Alto, California.
Oh my gosh, that's how I got on the internet. I mean, all of these guys have like just changed the way I watch TV, play video games, and get on the computer.
I was fired 15 months later by a guy wearing a cape. My wife said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, I'm going out on my own. I will never be fired by a moron again. And she said, "Fine, just get serious."
Was he working for Zorro or something like who wears a cape? Why?
And this year, 2022, the 6th edition of $1 Million Consulting on the shelves for 30 years constantly, worth $1 gazillion.
A gazillion. I wish he gave a real number. A quadrillion, bajillion dollars. I'm guessing it's probably 10 million bucks, 15. I don't know how well books make a profit for decades. I don't know. I'm guessing it's got to be good.
You think you'd be an astronaut?
No, not at all. Never thought I'd be an astronaut. I never thought I would be a pilot. All I wanted to do was get out of school and go to work. That was my goal in life.
That guy has a very disciplined haircut. You ever see a guy like that, you know he wakes up early in the morning, he mows the lawn, has a nice cup of coffee, and is going to be organized. Like, that's a guy I would trust.
How much does an astronaut make, or what's the range for these different...
I love this guy's house. Look at how nice that is. I'm curious where he lives. The shot is so nice. The house is nice. I love those doors, by the way. I'm a fan of this.
Well, I say money can't buy happiness, right? But money can buy things that create happiness. I've got an American Express black card. You can buy a friggin' Rolls Royce with a black card.
Wow, look at that. AJW, Adam J. Weiss, right? That's his name? Imagine having your name on a car. That's when you know you made it.
How did money improve your life?
Oh, it reduces stress a lot. That was a big worry. And I remember actually on my 3rd space flight, orbiting the Earth one night, looking through the window, kind of taking it easy and thinking, whoa, one more year and I can pay off my college debts.
What? I would be up there and thinking like, what's the meaning of life? Not like, can I pay off my college debt? Just to be able to look down at the planet and just feel so insignificant. Like, you know, it really puts everything in perspective. And I've never seen the planet from like that degree. But even from an airplane, I'm thinking, oh man. Like, I always look down and I'm like, if I owned this one block, you could retire. But you see it from so far up and you're like, look how many blocks there are. It's like, that's one little tiny pinpoint in a huge city and you're like, just that would be a tremendous amount of wealth. It really just goes to show you how many opportunities are out there and just don't get it.
Or would you change anything about your career? And was it worth it?
I regret I didn't spend more time with my kids when they were growing up because I put a lot of my efforts into the business trying to grow it as something for them to hold on to and something to be good for the community. But my kids turned out to be great people, so their mother did a great job of raising them. I have no regrets, just looking forward to the future.
Yeah, but are they taking over the business? Is that a business that they want to take over? That's a lot of pressure to build up a business and then hand it off to your son or daughter, whoever. It's like, there you go, it's yours. They're like,
but I just want to make TikToks, Mom, Dad. I don't want this business.
And meanwhile, they're just doing like lip syncing on TikTok. It's like, what did you toil over? Maybe they don't want to do that.
If I had a regret, it's hard to, it worked out so well for me. My life is so good. I am reluctant to answer any questions about the past and changing it or regretting it because it's just hard to imagine it working out better.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, sometimes if you change the past, would that alter the future? Like, you could get rid of all the bad stuff in the past, but then you wouldn't be who you are today without it. And so I would be so afraid, like, you change one thing and then it's the butterfly effect, and all of a sudden it's like the world doesn't exist anymore because I decided to, like, go left instead of make a right. But I gotta say, my only, I don't want to call it a regret, But my only curiosity was what would have happened had I pursued music, because there was a brief period in high school where all my other bandmates wanted to go on a tour, and it was a self-funded tour. So I was a drummer in a band, you know, I thought we were pretty good, but we had to scrounge up some money together, and I didn't have the money, and you know, their parents were willing to chip in for me to make it happen, but I just, you know what, I got so worried of like, if I go down this path, what if it doesn't work? There's a whole bunch of things that went on there, but I'm so curious, what if I did that? By the way, on tour, I meant that like we'd be just, you know, going in a van and like playing random gigs. Like, it's not a tour, but I think the total trip was gonna be like 12 grand. And that was gonna last a few months. Oh, and it was also a pay to play sort of thing, so we had to sell a certain amount of tickets in like different places. This is back in the MySpace days, but just curious, what would have happened? What if I did that? We'll never know.
What is the silliest thing you've spent money on?
The silliest thing. The silliest thing.
I once bought a Jeep Grand Wagoneer, and I checked Consumer Reports. It was like 2.5 stars out of 5. And I thought, can't be that bad. Within a year, we came out for the house one morning to the driveway. The car was gone. Called, reported to the cops, it had been stolen. And they called back a couple hours later and said, good news, we found it. I said, yeah, even the thieves who've just stolen this thing, they don't want it. It wasn't broken down. It wasn't out of gas. They just got in and went, we hate this.
I bought a 1972 American Motors Hornet one time, and that only lasted me a couple 100,000 miles before it got washed out to sea in Houston during a hurricane.
Why is it always cars? Why is that the regret? I shouldn't have bought this car. Should have bought the other car. I've never bought a car and like regretted it.
I have a trade school here that I fund out of my pocket that teaches plumbing, electricity, construction skills to people for free. And I have a preschool, 6 months to 5 years old. We got a lot of stuff going on to make us relevant in the community.
Oh, this guy's nice. You could tell. At this point in his life, he's just all about giving back. He does not care about the money anymore. He wants to pass on. He wants to leave something. I totally get that. I think this guy's fantastic.
So if someone's just starting out in their career, or if you could go back in time, like what would you want to tell that person or your children?
There are a lot of very treacherous people out there.
Why don't they talk about their investments? Like, oh yeah, I put $5,000 into Dogecoin, made it $1 billion. Best investment ever.
Get rid of your sense of entitlement, you know, get rid of it, you know. Life's hard, get used to it. I did a sales course for Houston Community College, and one of the kids asked me a question, well, when you're an entrepreneur and things don't go your way, what do? I said, you get up in the morning, you put your big girl and big boy britches on, you go back to work.
Put your britches on. I have not heard that in a while. We should bring that back. Put your britches on. Let's do it.
You can't look at the wake of the boat. You have to look through the windshield.
If it is to be, it is up to me. That's called the great American virtue of self-reliance. Get up, get off your and go to work.
Amazing video. I would love to see another reiteration of this. Do this video again asking 90-year-olds if it were worth it, then 100-year-olds. Keep going. Keep going with this concept. I absolutely love it. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.